Some people hate how quickly Descript gets updates. Personally, I love it. It's almost every week there's a major new version release, including today. We have version 75. We have some major updates and some improvements to the features and the UI. As always, let's talk about it. So the first thing that Descript has in the new update is simplified script tools. So before, in the top left, you had the write mode, you had correct mode, you had overdub, you had all these features in this top left icon. They've simplified it, so it is now just the write tool. So we can click it, and we're now in write mode, just like that. And to toggle it off, you can click it. But there's one more thing. They've also added a hotkey or changed the hotkey. So write mode is now Command E, and I'm in it, Command E, and I'm out. And if you're on Windows, it'll be Control E for you to toggle it on and off, and you'll enter write mode. So now that raises the question, how do we get to correct mode and overdub mode? Well, we highlight the text and we get this menu that pops up, and you can go to the replace. You could hit overdub. If this was audio, that would be an option for me. It's not right now because it's only words, or you can hit the letter D. There's also this correct button. You can press that and you get your correct dialogue, or you can highlight and press the letter C, and it's the same effect. The next thing that is new is docked panels are now remembered. So for example, if I open up the panel from my media bin, by default, the menu box will pop down below it. I can dock this by pressing this button, dock it to the side, and before that would get forgotten. It's something I'd have to do every single time. But now if I close my media bin, dock goes away, I do it again, it's back in the same spot versus having to do that every time. And to undock it, you can go to this little box right here, and now it's a floating dock once again. But I'm gonna go ahead and dock it, and we have hotkeys to turn it on and off, which is Command, Option, Shift, and the letter D. And that toggles it on and off. On Windows, that'll be Control, Shift, Option, D. Now, the way that we can make our project a multi-composition project has changed a little bit. So if we go up to the name of our project in the top bar, there's right below it is Enable Multiple Compositions. So if we click that, we now have our composition, the first one called Untitled. You can add new ones here. You can even create a folder and add your compositions within that. You can dock it, undock it as before, or close it. The next thing that's new and improved is there are more layer options than before. So if we click this Add Layer button, before we had most of these, but now we have even more details all the way down to Giphy GIFs, Giphy stickers, generate image, unsplash, and so on. So almost every layer that you could need to add, you can do so right here from the transcript. Another thing they've changed has to do with how you publish videos, the default privacy of your videos. So if we go to publish, the second option is now access, and there's public, anyone with the link, or project access required. This is who can see your project once it's been published to Descript's cloud. And you can go into your settings, go to subscription, and then at the very bottom, you have default publish privacy. And you can change it to public by default, anyone with the link by default, or project access required, depending on the needs of you and your company. One other difference is here in the audio effects, your studio sound and all of your audio effects now have the little toggle icons next to it. Those were gone before. You had to just click on the word and then it would bring up the intensity bar in the case of studio sound. That option is now this toggle menu. And as before, you have your intensity bar right there. It's just a little bit of a cleaner, more friendly UI feature to have it as a toggle icon versus clicking on the word itself. So that's it. More of an iterative update today. Nothing significantly major changes, but as always, the product's getting better. It's getting easier to use. And I make these videos so that you can stay up to date on the changes. All right. Ciao.